I didn't bring my drink with. That's all good. It is all good. As soon as that goes, we rolling. You want to go live or what? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Beast Mode Brandon back again. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. You know, we got the new merch on right here, Faith. Got the DCG down here. We getting it. I love it. Nice and comfortable. Here over in Pennsylvania, it is starting to get a little bit cooler. So you know it's hoodie weather. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. So hey, today was another great day. Tonight's objective. I just want to kind of piggyback off some of the previous calls that we had. We went over and touched base on the new updates on Swing Master Pro AI. If you missed that, highly recommend going back and rewatching that one. Tonight, I just want to show one of my favorite tools. Um, Briefly go over kind of my walkthrough, how I get swing trades, and it's free, so you guys can watch it too. The only reason why I'm showing you is because if there's 100 of me, there's going to be 200 plays for us all to take. So you know we're going to run out of money before we run out of opportunities, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So after that, just give me the first half of the call. If you guys have any questions or anything that you want to look up, we'll do charting at the end. Questions, whatever you need, I will give you the time back as I always do. So let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm going to share my screen here. All right, here we go. So first things first, we're going to come over here. We just want to pull up our chart. One of my swing trades that I'm looking for in a perfect world. It's like how do you find a swing trade, right? What's your process? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. What exactly I'm looking for, you know, and just to give you kind of a preview and a reset, I'll start off here. Use Swing Master Pro AI on the 1 day time frame. And if our candles are red, right? Does everybody see our candles are red? What does that mean? That means that we are going to have a better probability to push to the downside. Does it always have to push down? Absolutely not, right? So when I come in here and you see all these candles right here are looking to be red, I'm taking my first initial sell right there, which is a Swing Master Pro AI sell. You guys should all know that. But then if you miss it, how do we take more trades in this move to the downside, right? Well, this is a textbook opportunity. You have your reversal arrow right here, as you can see. When that candle closes, this will be our entry, and our stop out will be there. There's another winning trade. You got a pullback. You got that reversal arrow again right here. There's going to be your stop out. Here's going to be our entry towards the end of the day or the following day, if you'd like. You know what I'm saying? And look what happens. Price pushes back onto the downside. So what did I tell you that I like to do, right? If you missed that first initial trade, no worries. I like to come back here, and I like to come to the 30-minute time frame, right? And I like to wait for, if I zoom in right here, this is a great opportunity, what I'm looking for. I'm going to take my first initial sell, right? Swing Master Pro sell. Or if you missed that, I'm taking a reversal arrow down. And this is for a swing trade. So you're going to take 2 weeks to 4 weeks of expiration time. And in the end, I see a pattern to the downside, right? If you connect your dots right there, we're trending down. We're trending down until what? Until we start trending to the upside. So that's kind of my thinking and my logic behind it. Always wait to get a pullback, and I would enter a swing trade here. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day on a 2 week expiration trade. That right there is easy. Let's see. 472, 484. That rate, or I'm sorry, 498 to 488, almost 78 in 5 days or less. I mean, that's you're talking high 2, if not 3-digit returns, and that's something that we all want to put ourselves into. You know, if that's too much for you, you come right back here, go into the daily time frame. I gotta change this again. I did not like the white. I like the dark. You can take the straight calls and straight puts, right? Here's your call. Here's your call. Here's your put. There's 1 winner. There's 2 winner. There's 3 winners, right? But then how do we find these? I am not looking at Adobe every single day of whenever, and I like to find different trades, right? Don't you guys all agree? We like to try to find stocks that are potentially getting ready to perform to give us our entry. So that brings us into the next tool that I like to use, and that's why I call it my favorite. So One of the things I like to do, we could put it in the chat box. You come right over here to Finviz, right? If you heard of Finviz before, put a 1 in the box right now. I'm just going to copy this, post it in the chat so that you guys can see this right there. Isn't there always a pullback before the reversal arrow? Yeah, Gretchen, there always is a pullback. So you know, we waiting for the pullback. Sometimes, right? If you watch the master class from what 2 weeks ago, you don't really have a pullback here. Go ahead. Okay, I thought you were coming on. We don't really have a pullback right here, so I wouldn't take that reversal arrow. I would take this reversal arrow right there because that is the pullback. So you are correct, Gretchen, in a sense where you typically do get a pullback, but sometimes you don't, and I'm not really taking that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. All right. Okay, I see. I see that. Thanks. Yep. Good question, though. All right, so you come to Finviz. I'll put it in the chat for you. A lot of people might be very familiar with this, but it's a very powerful tool. It looks for patterns, right? Since we're like a trend trade, there's a filter in here how you can find stocks that are channeling. If you are looking for certain stocks that are 20-day high and low, it's all in here, right? Before we get into that right there, one thing you can do is each morning, I'm East Coast time, so the market opens up for me at 9:30. At 10 o'clock, I kind of like to see what my maps are doing, right? S&P 500. This is telling me what sector, where we want to attack, right? And just because a sector is green doesn't mean we're just going to take the call, but then we pull it up on our chart on the day trading side, and that's something that we could put ourselves in a way higher than random probability. So if our system, right, whether you use Swing Master, whether you use TNT, if it's giving you a buy, and then you come on here and it's green, that's like two things telling you like it's go time, right? So I always be checking this. But today's call is kind of focused on the swing trades, and as promised, I'm going to give you guys a couple stocks to keep an eye on in the evening as we just going to run through the whole process right here. But how I find stocks and what I'm doing, one of the things I like to do is I like to come over to the screener, right? And inside the screener, you have your descriptive, your fundamental, and this is all free. When you pay, you don't have to deal with any of these ads popping up right there. I don't have the paid one, so you don't really need it if you don't want to. I'll just exit the ads out. But you got your descriptive, you got your fundamental, you got your technical, and you can go through all of this, right? One of the things I like to do is if I'm trying to judge the strength of the overall market, a real easy way, if you struggle with it, you're like, well, I'm trying to process too much information. If you struggle with it, right, you could simply come to the 20-day high and low, right? So if you press new high and you see that there's 817 stocks that are pushing up, and you come down here to the new low and there's 1,400, that's something to keep an eye on, right? That means that out of all the stocks that are making the new 20-day high or low, that's something to keep an eye on where you might see a short retracement area, right? Doesn't always mean that. Same thing come over to the 52-week high, 52-week low. You press new high, and there's one new high, right? If you come down here and you hold on a second, let me get rid of this one because that's not right. If you do new high, you got 349. If the ad got me right there. Let me exit back out of that. You press the new low, and what's the new low telling us to do, right? Or how many? 166. So right now, this says 166. The new high on the 52-week is 349. You take the overall broad market, there is two stocks to one that are making new highs. Is that a situation or something that gives you overall market strength? And coming in to make it as part of your routine from a simplified standpoint, once you see that 114 number go to 125, 130, you have like the baseline, and then you might want to start scaling back a little bit if you look to take calls. Is everybody following me right now? Put a 1 in the box right now. Everybody's following me right now. Just to make sure. It's just one of my processes that I walk through with, how I determine if I'm going to go a little bit heavier. If before we started pushing up, before we had more low stocks than high. So it's just something to go through your process, right? So I'm going to press that as any. Then you come over here and you can go to keep it on technical. And as everybody see, one of my favorites over here, the exit out of this, you see where it says pattern right here, right? You click this. This is very strong, right? Just because it is a pattern, right, a so-called pattern, it still has to match the criteria that I like to take a trade. I don't just take something, right? I'm a trend trader, so I'm looking for stocks that are trending, with that being said, I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to look for the channels up or the channels down. Why? Because for one, there's a statistic that says stocks that move in trend move twice as much on average than not. So why do I want to why do I want to go against the retracement, right? And that goes right inside with Swing Master and what we're doing. When the candles are green, we have more bullish momentum. When the candles are red, we got more bearish momentum, or we're trending down, right? So I come in here. I don't even know where to start. I need to find some stocks to keep an eye on tomorrow over the next couple days. And we're just going to come here and we're going to say channel up and click it. Now there's 1,100 stocks that are channeling up in their automatic filter. If you come over to the ticker and you see this, and you see all those stocks, right? If you move it off, you can quickly see the chart of what it's doing, right? Another thing I like to do, since I like stock options, if you go to the fundamental part, there's a filter in here that you can put in, I want to say optionable. Is that it right there? Optionable right here. I only like to find stocks that are optionable. So now you got both these in, right? So we're going to come back here to technical. And now all these stocks I know have stock options, right? So in order to filter this out even more, since it's already done all the work, come over to the price, click the price, right, twice, and now it's giving you stocks that are at the highest price and down. I like to find stocks that are typically, if I had to say something, maybe like 100 to 500-ish, right? Because that puts us in our ballpark. We know it's expensive for everyone to follow suit, but it doesn't mean I'm not trading Mara or Riot or some of the other stocks that are less than that, right? Just for this, if I'm looking for it, so automatically go through, and if I don't recognize the name, I kind of go over it faster, right? So Costco, we can see Costco, it's channeling up, but then we pull it up on our chart, we go through our process, right? And we all should have this by now. Let's go to Costco, COST. What's it doing? Is our candles green? Well, today was our first red candle. So for me, it's a little bit harder for me to want to trade Costco because why? I don't like to take calls when my candles are red, right? I only like to take calls when my candles are green. I like to get a push up. You get a pullback. Here's your reversal arrow. Push up, pull back, reversal arrow, push up, pull back, reversal arrow, push up. I got a red candle. What did I just tell you? More times than not, it's going to trade sideways or push down if the candle is red. So to me, even though it's a channel up, I'm not taking it. I would need to at least have a reversal arrow, right? I would need to have a reversal arrow. Then coming back. So we just keep going through. We got GS. Let's pull GS up right here. And this is just how I find stocks going through each night to give myself. Right here is a textbook trade. I'll be looking at GS. We're going to put this in the chat, right? So why do we like GS? Well, look here. We got our first initial buy. We got a push up. We got a pullback. We got the buy here. But the buy's at the same exact spot. This right here is going to be your stop loss. So if you're looking for a position to take a trade, right? If we are trending to the upside, we probably should revisit these highs and fail here and come back down or break out. The momentum, to me, is in favor to push out. And with the market tomorrow, if we know Google beat. If we gap up, I mean, this thing could start running for sure, right? So then another thing I'll do is I'll put my stop loss right here at 511. To me, I'm going to say it's the previous market structure low. Everybody's still with me right now on all the things that I'm talking. Just put a 2 in the box right now. Make sure everybody's with me. If you are not, come on the mic right now. And I just want to make sure you in alignment, because after this, you guys are all going to have homework, right? And the homework is to take this same exact stuff that we're doing. And when you find something you like, you need to post it up in the Discord, right? Because why are we better than everybody else? Because we all link arms and we work together. You know what I'm saying? So we go into the process together, and to give you the confidence so that you can start looking some stuff up. So if Crazy Mike, Mr. Meyer says, Brandon, I like Gold GS, I'll take a look at it. I'm going to say, Mike, I like it too. If 2 of us like it, that's probably a good situation. However, you still need to use risk management, like we always say, right? All right, tons of 2s. So we're going to keep moving along. If I was taking this, right, which I do like this, I could wait till tomorrow to see if we break out today's high, like our weekly hit list. Or I really know, since my stop loss is going to be down here, I could see if we can come anywhere in this area, and I'm going to take a call. right? If we get a reset, I will gladly take a call because I know if we break this low where that stop loss is at, I'm cutting it. So in the chat, we're going to put Goldman Sachs calls. I mean, since everyone's going to take different strikes, I'm just going to say GS calls with stop loss, with stops at, what's that previous structure low? It'll be right here at 510.55. So we just want to say at 510. So that's number one stock on our list. How do we find that? Well, we found it right off this software right here. That's free. It costs absolutely nothing. If you get through this process, you just do this 10, 15 minutes a night, and you will have stocks for the rest of your life. All right, keep going along. CMI, I know it's Cummings. Diesel, looking at the chart, I think it looks all right. But if I scroll through AMGN, I don't like that one as much. Just looking at stuff, Boston Beer, Sam, don't like that one as much. And I just keep going through. Like, I like a pattern. Like CHL is actually looking real good. Clean Harbors, that's breaking out. I mean, if it's going to keep pushing it, it should keep pushing pretty good. But we'll try to find something different. That one had the earnings beat. I don't like that as much. WDay, I don't like it. JPM, probably the same as GS. Don't like that one. Carvana. Carvana is something we can keep our eye on. That thing's running straight up. So what is that? CNVA, right? Or what is it? CVNA. All right, so let's pull it up. CVNA. And just because it's on the watch list does not mean that we've taken it. Then I pull this up. Last reversal arrow was down here. It's up here. To me, I almost feel like I kind of missed a move from a perfect entry point for me. But doesn't mean this doesn't have a lot of juice, right? We could keep this on our watch list to watch tomorrow. And if earnings is actually right there, yeah, I wouldn't trade it. that would eliminate it for me. So we find something different. Dick's Sporting Goods. That's at a support area right there. We could check that one out. See if we can find something a little bit better. Let's see here. We'll go to number 4. So now we're in stocks that are like 186. They just keep going down. Allstate is looking all right. Let's see if we keep finding something else. PG, that's all right. AMD looking real good. Let's pull it through our analysis, right? AMD. We got the earnings over with. You got the reversal arrow. Down here, candles are green. We should come up here to break this high in a perfect uptrend. I think AMD has a lot of momentum behind it. I think it could really push up. And if you scroll back, I mean, it breaks that. It could go up here to 188. It breaks that. It can revisit this high chunk right there, right? So the only thing I don't like about it is, for me, if I was watching this would be my entry right here, and this would be my stop loss. So in my mind, like for me entering it way up here, to me, it's almost like a little bit of a chase, but it doesn't mean it can't take this high out right here and revisit this. So it's like, what do you do? I would try to find something a little bit better in a sense of my risk to reward. Like if I bought it here and it's up here, now you're basically in a 2-to-1, 3-to-1 trade. You know what I'm saying? But the earnings push that up. So we could definitely keep it on our radar. It's going to be volatile for sure. But we'll see if we can find something just a little bit better here. Yep, absolutely. Let's exit that out. What do we got? Check DS. We could check DS. Raw Stores. Plexus Corp. That's not Wells Fargo. Keep going through. WD. So that's how I find the calls, right? How do we find the puts to get prepared? All right, let's come up here. Same thing. Instead of channel up, now we're going to go to channel down. Before we do the put side, I'll check DS real quick for Mike. Let's see what he's looking at. Dividend select, huh? That right there is it's a little bit cheap for me. Probably buy shares on this one, but from an opportunity standpoint, this is exactly what I'm looking for, Mike. I'll give you an A+ for this one. I see you've been doing your homework. Here's your first buy. It came up, reset, up, reset, up, reset, up, reset, up. We got a reset right there will be your buy. I put my stop out there. We should take this high out. So if you like to buy shares, you could definitely keep this on your radar. Not sure if it's optionable or not, but that one's looking all right. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to Finviz. I showed you how to walk through for the calls. Now let's check the put side out. Now we do channel down. So if we look here, right, and we see channel down, these are all optionable. We got them listed from price high to low, right? And we start scrolling down. Domino's Pizza. Let's check it out. DPZ. DPZ. And you know me, I'm big on getting calls and puts loaded up. This is actually setting up to be real juicy. You'll know why? Because look, candles just turned red, right? You had that a push up, move down, push up, move down, push up. We should probably come down here and take that out. Earnings was already here. Looked like it had a bad earnings, but or I'm sorry, it looked like it had a decent earnings, and now it's starting to come back where we're at. But the cloud is extremely red. That's looking down. I would like DPZ for a swing. Put my stop out up here around 431. I would want to enter anywhere here with a target of about 400. That'd give you almost a risk to reward of 1-to-1. But let's see if we can find something just a little bit better as far as a risk to reward side. Let me erase that, right? And if we fail here, Google with an L. I think they just smashed team. AMD. I don't know what. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Channel down. Do something different. Let me do any. All right. I need to mix it up right here. And then pattern channel down because some of those were the same. Channel down. All right, here we go. Now this is more like it. Same thing, I guess. Guess we had it right. Let's go to the next page. UPS. UPS just filled a gap. I definitely. I mean, we'll see. Let's see if we find something a little bit better. Jazz Pharmaceutical, ALV. TNC, PJ, keep coming, looking for some other ones. LRCX. I like LRCX. That one's looking all right. Let's pull it up. LRCX. Had the earnings beat. Candles still are red. It's not ready yet, but we can keep an eye on it. So that's not bad. It's just not quite ready yet for me personally. Let's go. All right, well, I don't like any of these puts as much. Another thing I could do to get us some stocks too is we'll fire up this watch list, but it's the same exact process, right? But anyway, does everybody understand how to go through this and feel confident enough to start playing with this for yourself? Real quick to get the trends, to go heavier on the calls or the puts, your 52-week high lows. You can do new high, new low. Come over here to the 20-day new high, new low, and then go to your patterns. Channel up, channel down, just to keep it basic. And roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you do feel comfortable better than that, put a DCG in the box real quick before we move along. I do want to get us a couple stocks, and then in about a couple minutes, I'm going to give the call over to you guys if you have any questions you'd like to ask or check them out. So let's see here. All right, I see you. All right, so now let's pull this same thing up right here. Got the alligator for TOS. The bullish swings. I see Microsoft MSFT. That has earnings soon. Don't like that one. Just to give us some stocks real quick. Spot. I'm doing the same exact process. Spot is at a 52-week high. I definitely like that one. AVGO. I like this one a lot. All right, check it out, right? We come back here to our chart. AVGO. Right? What do we have right here? Wait for it to load up. There it is. What color's our candles? Green? Where's our reversal arrow? Does everybody see that? Probabilities of us taking this 186 out to the upside is very, very good, right? So, but where's our stop out? If you take this trade, stop outs right here is 169. So if you know that your stop out's 10 points, how you AVGO, how you minimize downside is you can do something like this. You come here a month of time and the stop loss is 10 points, you could actually go out of the money and buy this contract for $262. And if we take a loss on this one, we're probably going to take a loss of probably give or take 162. That's probably about a 45-50% ROI loss, right? But on the flip script, if it pushes up to become a winner. This is why I like stock options. If it pushes up to be a winner and it moves 10 points in your favor, right? Check it out. You're really going to be up about 150% ROI. So you might lose 45 or 50% on this trade, but to the upside, there's a potential to get 100 to 150%. And that's why I love stock options, because the risk to reward for the same shares amount, if it's $2 or greater, you're going to be a little bit more on the profitable side, as long as you're not like a zero TDE or like a weekly. But if you have time on your side, most of the time that is the case right there, right? So AVGO, I'm gonna put this one in the box. AVGO calls with stops at this previous market structure low. We'll say 169. 169. So now we got 2 calls to keep an eye on, right? Now let's find 2 stocks, or I'm sorry, 2 puts, and we'll keep that on our radar. So you pull up this chart right here. Let's see, CHTR. All right, right here's actually a real nice one. I see us trending, getting ready to cycle back to the downside. I'd really like this if we do push down. Let's see if we go. Let's see what Hirsch target's looking like. I like target a lot better. So let's pull it up on our chart. TGT. Colors are candles. Candles are red. And today we got a reversal arrow. That's set up real juicy. So you put your stop lot up here about 154, entries 147. These are for puts. Target puts with stops at previous structure high, right? And this would be our stop right there. 153.30, right? So now we got 2 calls, 1 put. Let's see if we can find one more to keep our eye on for you swingers, and then we'll open it up for some questions if you guys have any. Let's see what we got here. Yum. Let's check out Yum. FSLR. There should be 2 of them. Yum. That's setting up real quick. FSLR. What is that? First Solar. Is that the earnings call? Was that today? Yep. Aftermarket. 1029. That's today. So where are we at today? 186. Oh, it's set the gap down. Way down. So that's an XNA. What's Hum doing? What is that? Humana. When is that earnings play? That is earnings at 10:30. Is that what it said? Earnings on 10:30 before market. So that one's actually tomorrow morning. We'll see. I don't want to watch that one because you know we're going to get an extended move. Crocs. Ugh. Let's see. Crocs had the earnings drop. That's no good. GPN, is that Groupon? Nope. Global. Nope. All right, so we're just gonna roll with check hood. All right, let me check hood. Hood got the earnings. When is that? Earnings on at tomorrow at close. So what do you think is going to happen on that one? What do you like hood for? Think it's going to fall, or you think it's going to rip, or you think it's going to fall? Caterpillar put. For me, I don't know if I could do a put. Yeah, if you want stocks to take a look at, put them in the box too. You know, Cat, Mike. I personally don't like it for a put. Same thing as I walk through my process right here. Caterpillar doesn't mean it's not going to fall down. I just don't like it. Today you did get a reversal arrow down, but my candles still are green. I mean, give or take, until I get some sort of push down, right? Maybe if we break this structure point right there, I'd maybe look for some puts. But for me, I find this too much right here. Like, let me give you an example. If you're in a strong uptrend, right, I find it difficult, right?
I didn't mean CAT. I meant Dollar General.
Oh, here we go again. Always messing it up. No, I'm just kidding, boss. You good. Dollar General. That is more my style. That right there, candles are red. You got the reversal arrow short. Hey, we're going to put this one on to keep an eye on. See? Look what happens, Mike. You've been doing your homework. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Puts with stops at previous market structure high. Always have to have a stop in place. We're going to say 82 or 83. So there we go. Ion Q. Ion Q. Never even heard of that one. That's $16. It is extremely strong right now. My only problem is let me see. Is that the all-time high? No, it's not, but it's up there. All-time high was up here at 36. I mean, it's still it's going parabolic. You know, it's definitely looking juicy. A lot of volume. Me,
Hey,
it's hard
hey,
for
bro,
me. Go
hey,
ahead.
just a little background on that one. So that company is projected to be larger than NVIDIA. It's a quantum computing company where they said that the average computer would take 10,000 hours to compute something. This quantum computing would take 200 seconds.
All right. Well, with that being said, yeah. Listen, Jamar said I don't pay attention. I saw it. You know,
And
it showed. Well,
they're
I
the,
didn't. I
and
didn't
they're
see the. Go ahead.
I'm just saying they're leading their industry in quantum computing. So this is what if I could, I just want to ask you a question.
Go
So
ahead.
so right now, their start is trading at 1674, I think it is. And I was looking at the April 17th, 25 calls, and they're like 510. Okay. So my thing is, what if you bought two April 17th, 510 calls, and it shoots to 32? You sell one, make the profit off that, and then take that profit and buy the shares back on the exercise of your option. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, it looks like you've been coming to my calls quite a bit because that's something that I would 100% do. You know what I'm saying? Since there's that much news behind this, right? I mean, I could see a couple different ways this could play out. I mean, it's definitely fairly cheap. You could definitely buy some stocks from that, but you could 100% buy the calls. If I'm really looking to get into something that's extremely bullish, I'm going to come down here to the 30-minute time frame, and I'm going to wait for a reversal arrow, right? And it could be tomorrow actually, because look where we're at right now. Our last reversal arrow was a sell. So if we get a reversal arrow in a strong uptrend, right? I don't know if you could see that, but if I make the charts bigger, and for all everybody should have this. This is the new updated one. You got your reversal arrow here. You got a reversal arrow here. You got a reversal arrow here. But now you got that red one. So I don't know if it's going to come down here and push. I don't know if it's going to fall down here and push. I don't know if it's going to gap up here tomorrow and just take off, right? If that's the case, and you fully believe and are backed by this, why not get two contracts like you said? And it pushes up in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sell into the hype, take those profits, and start stacking with shares. You know, one of the reasons why we're very successful with our retirement shares is because what do I tell you guys to do? Well, if you're a day trader, you could day trade, and with the profits, you pay your bills, right? And do what you got to do. Then you take the remaining piece of that and then you funnel it into the share account for free. If you're a swing trader, what are you doing? You're swinging, right, to help grow your account, to pay your bills. But as your account grows, you can make a little bit extra money and split that and start funneling your money into the shares, right? The shares is a very safe way to make money over the long haul, right? But the problem is like it's not that sexy return. It's not going to give you the Ferrari tire or a new car overnight as a potential of the FOMO of the option potentially could, highly unlikely, but potentially could. But the shares over time do play out. So I'm going to keep this on my radar with you. And if we do get a 30-minute reversal arrow, I will gladly take some calls, right? And then with the money we make, then we just stack them in to get some free shares. You know what I'm saying? You with me, Bill? You muted now. I don't know if I did that or you did that.
I did it, man. I wasn't trying to be interrupting you, so I muted it. But yeah, I'm with you. Appreciate it.
Yep, that's what I would do right there. Yep.
And then I see Jamar say he called it out too. So hey, Jamar is already ahead of the game, man.
Yeah, I can't post the alert in here, but I called it out twice in the alert group. on 1023, and I put and I've been actually, because one of the scans I have is the 52-week highs. So any stock that's hitting the 52-week high, it has unlimited upside. And so I called it out when it was 15. And of course, it's going to go up and down because they had a lot of shorts, but it's breaking out and it's going to continue to move. Same thing with SMR, same thing with Oklo. These are all, kind of the new frontiers, right? The quantum computing, the nuclear power, these are things that we can get in now. This is kind of similar to like Bitcoin. We know that it's going to support the tech of the future. So, these are just like fundamentally sound plays because Amazon, AWS technology is changing. Nuclear power, the cloud computing, the quantum computing. That's all things that are coming up. So we're early on that. So INQ, SMR, Oklo, even on the defense side, you have things like EVGO that is like self-driving drones and all this futuristic stuff. It's just getting started. And so these are things that we can option trade, in weeks, 2 weeks at a time. If it's hitting all new highs, when is it going to stop? Right? This is like, swing trading, I don't know, Facebook, right? The more they stick around, the more users they're going to have. And so they're going to win by that. And this is like quantum computing, nuclear power. The more guys that adapt, they're talking about using nuclear power for cloud computing. So that's why SMR is, going up and down, because it's like with them, like people are thinking like, well, how are they going to use nuclear power for cloud computing? And then Amazon invested in it. So Amazon has earnings. So you're going to see SMR go up as well, because they basically said, hey, we're going to use SMR, we're going to use Oklo, these companies to power our cloud computing services. And then you have Google right now, just said AI, right? They're using AI and now they're profitable for their earnings. And so we should see AI move tomorrow. We should see nuclear power. All this new stuff is actually new money for us. That's DCG. We want the new money.
Yeah.
Right. So we get into them early. Sometimes we too early. But like Bill was saying, he's talking about fucking next year, and don't make it risky, Bill. You can buy next year puts at this price. Just pay more for it and just let it run. Add more on to the same position. Unless INQ has some bad news, we know that it can continue to go up. But if you buy in the money right now, at least you have your stop. You can buy 17, 18 calls for next year and pay a little bit more for it now, pay a premium, which is still pretty cheap. But as it continues to go up, you'll make more money and it's safer.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I know guys talk about the lead plays, Brandon talk about the lead plays and buying out of the money, but what if you buy in the money right now? Right? We had a couple of our traders in on the option side, they're up 6,000% on Lockheed Martin when James Wilson called out that lead play. Right? 6,000%. So, I know we talking about the Bitcoin moves and all-time highs. Bitcoin will go to 140,000 and we're gonna be happy. But some of these option plays we can get now at $17, it's gonna be $100, and we're gonna be up 2,000%.
Woo!
Right, in 6 months. So let's not overlook that. Let's not overlook.
Look, INOQ is at 410 at $15 in the money in April for April calls. 510. It's 510 for in the money 15 calls April 17th.
Yeah, so like imagine spending 500 right now.
Oh, I'm with you.
right. A 500 right now, that's gonna be a $50 contract.
Right.
When it's at 60 or 50.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And then we don't have to worry about getting shaken out. We ain't got to worry about seeing shit drop 40% in options. Because a lot of the elite calls that Brandon called out, they spot on, they money, but you got to go through a couple of days of difficulty. Like he called out Mara at 20. Shit, tomorrow we're gonna open up and Mara's gonna be at 20. and you got into January. But you have to, if you're gonna keep holding, you have to experience the drawdowns that crypto may drop again, go back up. But if you buy in the money right now, you're paying 300, 400, 500. You're paying more than you would pay for out of the money. Let's not be cheap. Let's buy VIP.
And being in the money also gives you a layer of security where it's like you don't really deal with the theta against your contract. So, like you said, it's not going to fluctuate that much against you. You know.
Yeah, 100%. So, the stuff that we're talking about, sometimes we're looking at the other guys, we want to be early. But when we're early, just buy in the money and say, fuck it, let's let it ride and buy a couple of months out. We know it's going up. Bill is talking about, man, he talking about March and next year. And he giving us all the details that, hey, this is going to be the future. Fucking buy in the money now for next, and just and create a movie, Bill. Hey, create a story. Like, hey, we was on this in November, October, and I bought in the money for April.
Yeah, make that movie.
Mm-hmm. I want to see Bill say, I got 10,000%. That make all of us look good.
But look, we did take a screenshot of the chat where you said I called it out first, Shabar. So you still the man.
Nah, well, I mean, I called it out and I sold it, and that's I got to get in the habit, bro. I take money so early. Like we called out Coinbase, and I see Joshua, he on here. We got it at I don't know 195, and it's at 220 now, and I sold it 202.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking money and I'm buying dinners and eating well, but I'm not creating movies.
Josh over there making movies. Look at him. He's holding out.
Hey, Josh, you could have just held it and just said, you know what? Beat me all the time. Everybody here can beat me because I feel like I have to make moves to prove my value. And sometimes that's the disadvantage of calling out plays. Because really, if I said, hey, I call out a play and just wait, we actually I had a hedge fund hire us, right? And they hired Nick, Deshaun at the time. They gave us all opportunities, and I told them to hold the trades. I was like, hey, bro, we in Bitcoin. It's 2017. We're March or April. And I told Deshaun, I think we had like 3-4 million. I said, hey, hold the trades. And so we didn't make a trade the entire month. And we were holding Bitcoin, accumulating Ethereum, accumulate Bitcoin. It's March or April of 2017. The dudes called me to the office. They had a hedge fund in April. Like, you got traders. We paying you guys every month. You guys haven't made a trade. I'm like, bro, like I told him, don't make a trade. Just hold Bitcoin. It's finna fucking take off. And I think it was at, I think Bitcoin was at 1,800. And I said, hey, don't sell out position. Put all the money in. Let's go all in. We got 3 million. Fucking all you guys put, I think 300,000 in Bitcoin. Deshaun had 500. Like we had all this money just sitting there. And they were like, well, like we hire you guys to fucking make us money. And I said, don't make a trade. Just fucking hold on right now. It's finna move. Bitcoin is finna take off. Bro, they didn't pay Deshaun and Nick. And so we quit. And we had those positions, and in September, fucking Bitcoin was at 20,000, right? And it's like sometimes you just have to hold it. Like sometimes the right thing to do is just don't do shit. You got the winning hand. Just wait, right? And that's why we started, and that's another reason we started the mastermind and report, because they was like, hey, we hire you guys to manage our money. They had 30 million, and we had 3 million in the market, and we're like. We still doubled it, but it was like we didn't have to do anything. Like we knew the timing. We had the mastermind report, and at that point, they were paying me 50 grand a month to manage their money, and they wouldn't pay Deshaun and Nick. They were like, "We're gonna pay you. We're not gonna pay them because they didn't make any trades." And they told me to come manage their trade desk. And then at that point, we were like, "Man, fuck it. We just do our own thing." Because that's what they wanted us to do. Manage your money, make us money. And at one point it was like, we're not gonna do shit. We're gonna fucking sit in Bitcoin. It's finna move. We knew it was gonna move, and it fucking took off.
Man, they made that mistake, man. They're 300K or whatever would be worth like 10 million.
They asked us to come back, and I was like, "Man, fuck y'all, bro. Like, we're doing my own shit. I can't deal with this corporate shit." My wife, she woke up one day, she was like, "Man," she was like, "I thought you was, free. Like, it seemed like they want you to come in the office every other day, and you got to go to work." And I was like, "Man, yeah, this motherfucker questioning me, and I got to go to work, and then you want me to come drive in an hour in LA?" And I was like, "All right, fuck it. We do our own thing." And then that's when we created the Mastermind Report, and we started doing seasonality and cycles, and that's how the Mastermind really got started.
And here we are,
Here we
strong as
are, like, hey, fuck working for somebody else. I'll make my little 10, 20 grand right, and have freedom.
Yeah.
But that makes me have to sell though, right? Because I want to cash out because I got to take care of my family. And if you have the money and you can just hold, you don't got to do shit. So, really it is beneficial when you have a job, you have income. Some of the things is like, hey, you buy and just wait. You in INQ, you in Coinbase. Sometimes I have to sell. One, I got to make moves. I feel like I got to prove my value. Two, I got to cash out because I got to say I'm making money. But sometimes the best thing to do is just hold,
Yep.
right? And that's if you had that liberty to just hold and things going to go up like INQ, SMR, right? Coinbase, you can hold for 3 or 4 days and don't have to sell in and out, Joshua. We knew Bitcoin's finna go for a run. We had the swing trade. Just hold that shit, bro.
Yep. Now Josh, he be in and out every day. He's like, look, I made this, I made this, I made this. So he's doing all right.
Exactly.
Though.
How
Definitely
much
doing
would you have made if you would have held from the first time that we got in?
Yeah.
That could have been your one trade for the month. It would have made more money for you for that one trade if you had just held for the last week or half. Because I seen you post and you making money, but that one right there you would have held. Yeah, I know you happy, but I'm just saying that some of them, right? If we don't need the money, and we know that you don't want to lose, you can put a stop at where you enter. But we got in so early, bro. We were right on point. And sometimes we have to review what we've done and say, damn, man, I'm always on point and I sell out.
Absolutely, bro.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, Josh, I'm telling you though, sell this week though. All right. So let's start this again in November. But Bill, INQ, we good, bro. I think I'm gonna do that too. I'm
get on
gonna
with
send
you
you a
guys tomorrow.
screenshot. I'm gonna send him a screenshot. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna buy it maybe on Thursday, Friday, or I'm gonna buy one tomorrow, and I'm gonna go ahead and hold it. Buy
No,
late January or next March.
April 17th, 510.
All right, I think we in the money if we do that.
Yeah, we are.
We'll create a story.
Yeah, I'm in this too.
I'm getting 2 of them though.
I'll get 3 of them.
Hey, so look, bro. Hey, look. Bill, he was with me and I had my biggest loss. I lost 20 grand on the video. I had the date and I had the wrong option. I mean, I had the wrong date on the option. If I could have held it, it expired a week before it blew up.
Yeah.
And so that kind of fucked me up, whereas like I wasn't buying the options further enough. And that's when I stopped buying, out of the money options. And I said, you know what, I can't have that happen again. Remember that, Bill?
Because I only had like maybe a week or 2 further than you, and my joint popped like crazy.
And I had 20 grand in, and I was like, bro, fucking I lost 20 grand. And the next week it popped.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, because Bill was worried. He was like, bro, you got to do this damn trade. We in the video. I don't know, you had like 4 or 5. And I was like, Bill, I got 20 grand in. And I'm fucked. I'm like, Bill, he over here stressing. And I'm like, Bill, I got 20 grand in and I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a classic trade though, man.
Yeah, it was a good trade. It worked for him, and I didn't buy enough time.
Right. Time.
It gets you sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
So now I'm paying VIP. I'm buying inner money, so I don't lose it.
He said, "Don't tell Mike. Mike will buy 10." You guys are crazy.
Yeah, now I had a lot. I think I had like 20 contracts at 500 a piece or something. Something stupid.
Yep, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And when I lost it, it fucked with my psychology because I was like, man, I know I'm right, and I'm trading 20 grand, and that's why like I can go back to my 2, 3,000, so I don't have to stress over it.
And then we see Bill post up his new helicopter on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anybody has any question or anything like that, you feel free to throw it in the box or come on the mic. It's open
Hey,
now.
I had to show Bill. I was like, Bill is stressed out, sending me, hey, bro, like, is it gonna go up? I'm like, bro, I'm still hope. And I'm like, bro, I got 20 grand in. Bill, you got like 3,000. I'm like, if this shit don't work out, I'm gonna be hurt. He had 2 weeks. He got it after I got it. So a lot of times you guys get the better trades than I get because I'll get them early and I make sure that it is trending where you still have time. Same thing with the Coinbase, and I'm always looking for new things, so I'm always seeing it, and I'm always getting new trades to keep things new. But a lot of the money is in the things that we holding.
Yeah.
All right. And so Brandon, I like your leaps because they always hit. And I think those are better than having a guy holding for a year or two, for some of those people they can't take the pain and they looking to make money right away. And so that doesn't work for them. Like James Wilson, his shit hits, but you may have to hold for 8 months and you may have to go through ups and downs a lot. Yours is actually better because it's 3 months.
Yeah.
4 months, like everything you call out, it hits in the first week. Then you have a decision to make. Should I keep it or should I let it keep riding?
And I
So for like
totally,
Mara, for the guys that got into Mara and it was 17 and you caught the leap at 20, they're gonna be in the money tomorrow, but they already up like 200-300%. Then they have a decision to make. Should they hold it or keep it?
and then they don't take it. Then they mad. You know what I'm saying? They say I was up 300. It's like, well, what you doing? I'm taking money. I'm scaling out.
So my thing is that if you buy 3 or 4 contracts, you can take the 3 and keep one and let it ride with a stop out where you enter. That's the best strategy, right? You buy 4 of contracts, you buy 3, you take when you make 25%, pull the money out and let the other one run. And just put it at your stop. So this way you got a runner in the market and you've already secured the others. So always try to buy 2 contracts.
Yep. Because
That should be the rule.
half the time you get a runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that should be the rule. You buy 2 contracts, whatever you do. When one gets up 25%, put a stop in. And if it keeps going, put a stop at your entry for the second and just let it get stopped out or let it run.
Yep. Absolutely.
But that takes it's all learning, bro. It's all learning like how you feel when you're in a trade.
Yeah.
I don't like being down because now, to me, like when I buy momentum, I should always be up.
It better go up fast and quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it don't go up fast and quick, sometimes I get out of winning trades because it's like it ain't moving fast enough for me. Like I want to see it move.
Yeah. Absolutely. You ain't lying on that.
It's like if you finna have some hot sex, I don't want to wait for it. Like, man, why damn it, we just got in the room. Take the clothes off. We gotta wait 3 or 4 hours. It's like I gotta leave, man. We playing games.
Yeah. I have to learn how to set stops on options. You have to use the desktop. Nah, Antonio, you can do mobile, bro. You can do mobile. Jamar, you got everyone laughing in the box now. Look at them.
Hey, sometimes you gotta entertain them too.
Hey,
That's a real scenario. If the shit ain't moving right away, sometimes I gotta walk away.
That's funny. Josh says got to use protection. Now he's acting up. Look what he did. If anybody else wants to hop on, you got any questions, feel free. Mike Meyer, you good?
I have a quick question. Hi. You might have gone over this. I just hopped on because I was thinking it was 9 p.m. Central. Um, with the options on the plays. Like I've been up in my contracts every week, but I closed them all out because the first time when I had two contracts and I tried to close one out and put a trail stop on both, I ended up closing. I ended up losing on the second one. So I don't believe that I put it in correctly. So I've just been closing them all out at the same time. But I would like to start leaving one open for the runner. Like this week I went to 4-4 on the weekly. So I would like to leave a runner if I can.
Do you not know how to leave a runner?
I thought I did, but it didn't work out for me the first time that I left one unless I didn't leave a trail stop the correct way.
All right.
Um
Let
So
me. So you can do
go ahead.
it's called a conditional contract. So when one hit 25%, you can say sell, and then you can say, hey, if the so that's one. You have a conditional contract, and then on the second, you say if it goes to zero, stop out of both of them. So you can have an and or, right? If one hits 25%, stop out. If they both hit it, stop out. I mean, you can show them yours, but I wanted to kind of just walk them through the scenario of a conditional contract that you can put in the conditions.
Yeah. All right. So you can do it that way. It's 100% true. Or you could do it this way as well. I'd say, I mean, you take whatever way you're more comfortable with, but just for simplicity, say we in the weekly hit list or something, right? And we have, let's say we buy two contracts right here at 220, and in 2 days they're worth 245. For now, let's go a little bit higher. Let's say they're worth 306. So we bought two contracts for 220 apiece, and they're worth 306 right now, right? For two contracts. So if you bought two contracts, that means that your total position would be 440, right? And you're in two. Now your 440 is worth 612. So what you can do is, since you're in two contracts, when you go to close this out right here, right? When you go to close this out, like you're going to your red cell, and obviously if you buy two, it's automatically going to default you at the sell to. So if you only have two contracts, you can't close out both contracts unless you do Jamar's way. What I do is, in this case, if one contract is worth 220 and it's at 306, that means I'm up 85 cents on the contract. I'll change my 2 to a 1, and I'll say, well, I want to secure profits pretty quick on one of them. So I'll go trail stop, and I'll say, well, if I'm up 86 cents and I'm willing to give back 20 cents of it, I'll change this to 20 cents. But remember, if we have two contracts, make sure you're selling one, and then press confirm, and then press send. This will disappear. So now one contract has no stop, but the other contract has one, right? One contract left. So then you go right back into your contract again, just like you did the first time. Close out the last one contract, not two. We got one. And now you can put a trail stop in, or you can put a stop limit in place, right? And if you want to let it go until break even, since we paid 220, you can put your stop at 220, right? And change this down here to 220. So when it comes in there to stop and it hits it, it's going to sell you out. If you want to guarantee you're making some sort of profits, if it happens during the day, this is the only time you can close out of a stock option, then you can put it at 230 or 240. The other way to do it is you come back and you put a trail stop on this one as well. And if you are up 85 cents and you want to go back to break even, you can put in, say, a 70-cent trail stop. Press confirm and send. Now you're in the same position, two contracts. One contract is trailing by 20 cents. The other contract's trailing by 70 cents.
All right. Hey, so on the desktop, do you have the opportunity to see the conditional orders? I know on a mobile, I can actually do the advance,
Yeah.
and I don't use the desktop as much because I don't like these small ass buttons.
It's all the way to your far right. It's the gear.
Oh, it's the gearbox. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. See, so we got other experts on here.
Right here. So here's your conditional rules. So if you have two of them, right, kind of you're doing the same thing. If you got two, you can change one You can put one check here, one check here, and you put them where you want to go. I don't personally use this, so I can't really give you a definition or a
Yeah.
what
So
I'll
I
say.
use this, guys, but I only use it on the mobile. So
Yeah, yeah.
on TradingView, I mean on Thinkorswim, I have charts and scanners, but I use all my execution of orders on the mobile because I don't like. I do the advanced orders, so you can submit at certain times, you can certain entries, and then a lot of times I like to buy 2 or 3 contracts, and sometimes I'll buy a different contract for the same thing. Like Sophie, I bought one at 10 and I bought one at
Right
14.
here, bro. Look, advanced order. You can do order
OCO, that's what I do.
right there.
And so on the mobile, I mean, this is good for you guys to practice on and actually use it. Right. That's what's up, Mike.
Go set it up as the first trigger right here. First trigger sequence.
So you have one trigger and then you have another trigger.
Right there's first trigger sequence. I don't know why it's not changing the order.
Well, so when you submit the order, when you go look at your order, you'll show pending, and it'll show you that hey, one is got a trailing stop, or one has a sale at stop limit at this price, and then if you have another contract, it'll show you the second order.
Yeah.
And so everybody here on this call, you guys are seeing that there's multiple ways to do things. When it comes down to placing orders, just what you're comfortable on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
also for anyone who's not familiar with using that advanced, they have that also within their application, the training part, that so you can learn how to use it. It's up under education.
So you come right up here to education. Yep. We used to go over this all the time. Where inside of here, there's so much resources that you can do inside of this, and you can even
When it comes to Thinkorswim, man, you can even call the support and they'll walk you through the things. They have a guy,
Yes, sir.
I don't be trying to talk during the middle of the day, but they have traders. I mean, they have a support. They'll walk you through your trades in the middle of the day. And it doesn't matter how long you've been trading, you're not gonna know everything. And so for even the traders that are professional per se, they do whatever they feel is comfortable that causes less stress, and they stick with it. They don't go experiment with new things a lot of times, because if it works for them and they're making money, then they're kind of done. Like for me, going through the actual desktop version, I just need to be able to place an order. I use TradingView for everything. So for me, I use Thinkorswim to place the orders, and I don't even use any of the other features really, unless I'm trading futures.
Yeah.
In futures, I use the active orders, the buy and sell market, the order book, the level 2, level 3. I use all that stuff for futures.
Yeah. So, and then to piggyback off that on futures, the only way I personally use is the active trader. If you come here to any chart and you see where it says C, that's your chart. If you go to AT, active trader, if you put in the option price itself, so if like you're looking to take a swing trade, right? And Antonio just says, so you can set stops at the moment you take the trades. Absolutely, right? And that's how we day trade as well. If you come in here to your option and say we're looking at the 586 for a swing trade, you right click this and press copy. You come back to that chart. Now this is called a spark chart. Where you put the symbol, press Control V. What this does is this chart right here is actually giving you the option price. So at this point, it's worth $1.80. Up here, your contract's worth $2.20. High of the day was 286. What I do on the day trading side, if you put single here, you're taking 10 contracts, right? If you want to put a stop loss and a take profit into your trade, you can press trigger with brackets, and right here you can see wherever you enter this trade. If I'm going to enter it right here, you can see to the right or the left of that little box, there's a trigger up top and a trigger down below. It's actually putting a take profit in place and a stop loss. So if you're in a swing trade, right, or something, and you want to do this and you're taking a trade at $2, the way this is set up, $1 up, $1 down, it's going to put, let me make my chart a little bit smaller. it's going to put a stop loss and a take profit. If you entered right here at 2, this would be your stop loss, and up here at 3 would be your take profit, right? What I do like about this is as it moves in your favor, you can move your stop loss. You click it, you drag it up, and say you put your stop loss in right here at break even. Then you go away out to lunch, you go to the gym, you come back. Now it's up here at 275. Well, then you can move your stop loss from here and move it up, and then you say you come down, gets nicked out. Bummer, I just got stopped out with the green bag. If you want to put those brackets in place, so you can always take a trade using this, and it's going to show you where your stop loss and your take profit is if you do the trigger with bracket. You can always do a single leg trigger and just do and put a stop loss in place. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So there's the third way that you could take the trade, the same exact way Jamar does on the phone. The other way that you could do from the inside, and you good, you know.
Look,
We
and they
have a
said,
master class on that one, how to use the active trader if you don't know how to use that. If you need that, I believe Mike got a notion done where some of the advanced techniques that we go over, everything's in one place. So you just give us the email, and
Yeah.
we unlock you, and you can go through and watch like
so I
strangle all the master classes that we have.
so I can't even tell, like, you know, when they talk about the rhythmic trader and the apex brackets, like I use them on Ninja Trader and I use them on Thinkorswim, but I've never used them on other. And that's what I mean, that, you know, some traders, when they find what works for them, right? You know, a lot of times whatever you introduce to, if you don't use anything else, you'll think that, you know, hey, this works, and there's no reason for you to change it. And a lot of traders are like that. And so it's whatever causes you peace in the market. You know, I like the brackets that Mike, you know, gives to trade school. It's the same philosophy, right? It doesn't matter which platform you want those brackets, so you can actually control your stop losses, your entries, and that's where the difference of platforms come in play. Thinkorswim, Rhythmic Trader, Apex, you know, all the different, you know, tools you use. Once you know the fundamentals, like, hey, I need to set up a bracket, you know, no matter what platform you're on. And that's why we want the guys to go through futures or Thinkorswim or, you know, options before they go to crypto, because you'll realize we don't have a lot of those tools in crypto on the crypto platforms. I don't think I have any crypto platforms that have brackets.
Yeah.
And so
Mike said in the box, he said, I wish the brackets were similar to rhythmic. The truth is they're exactly the same. You just put a bracket in on the option chart instead of putting it on the futures dial.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the fundamentals are all the same. We just have to learn how to use them.
Yep. Well, I'll put a post out tomorrow. If that document's done, make sure you give Mike a big thanks because he set up just like the trade school. Nice, clean and organized.
He has a whole booklet. Don't we have a whole, like, a manual for brackets?
Yeah,
Mike,
you got
trade school?
PDFs we got inside there and everything, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, when you guys need help or you guys want to see something, everything has already been created.
Yep. We got what? Probably 3,000 hours of stuff, you know, between me and him.
And all that shit, it all comes down to execution.
Yep.
All the trades right now, INQ, Amazon, we still got to execute.
Yep. I know futures. Yeah, it's the same thing. Hey, does anybody have any questions? You guys can hop on and say anything. If not, hey, let me know. No doubt. All right.
Swing Master Pro.
Oh, they wanted Jacqueline wanted to Swing Master Pro.
Yeah, she unlocked.
So, Jacqueline, let's go to your trading view and go to indicators.
Okay.
Jacqueline, put your trading view in the box real quick. Make sure it's the same one that I've already unlocked.
Hey, let us share a screen. When they on these calls, we can fix it real quick. 30 seconds. Share your screen. Go to trading view, and we can show you where it's at.
You want to share it? I'll make you host.
She put her trading view name in there.
Yeah. You can share, Jacqueline, if you want.
Okay, let me get it pulled.
Yeah, that's the same one I have in there too. So you should have it already. But share your screen so we
Oh,
get you.
I got it. I got it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. I had to refresh it.
Hey, Jacqueline, you gonna be one of them new people who be making us look bad, like we ain't helping people.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? We gotta call you out.
Look,
Like, show your
it was
screen.
just a test. It was a test. Y'all passed.
All right,
That's why I was like, man, hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure she got the right name. But I was like, hey, I did that earlier. You know.
all right. Hey, and then Josh, on these calls, like everything that's mentioned, I normally create a watch list specifically. So I'll just, when I'm on these calls, I'm always creating a watch list or the things we're talking about. I put Amazon in there. I put Google. I put um, Yum. Somebody mentioned Yum, AVGO, INQ, and then I actually put Visa on there because I was looking at Visa. It beat earnings as well. So, anybody else have a watch list or anything that I missed? I know you guys were talking about other things, but those are the trades I'm gonna be watching in the morning based on me hopping on this calls: AVGO, INQ, Visa, and I looked at INQ after hours, after market. It got support at 1630.
Yeah, I put the ones I'm watching back in the chat. I will post that. I will post that in the Discord as well. So as soon as we get off the call, I'll post that in the Discord in the stocks and options for you to keep an eye on, because we want to make some money tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the week. So you swingers, we got something we can take action with. Yeah, Antonio, you're good too, bro. You just got to refresh your chart. Thank you for your continued mentorship. Nah, you good, bro. You good. Does anybody else have any last minute questions? And before we cut it off, if let me know if you do. But just so you know, the same things that we go over during the night, especially on Thursday as well, some of the day trading stuff, we do that live, right? In the same Zoom you're on right now, we do it in the morning. So if you want to come on, you have the opportunity or the privilege to come on. Just please don't ask me no questions for the first hour. Let me make my money, and then the rest of the time is yours. You know what I'm saying? So you have access to the Tuesday night, Thursday night calls, plus the live trading during the week. So if you didn't know that, you do now. You know what I mean?
Hey, can you hear my wife yelling at my daughter?
No.
All right, I was gonna go on mute.
Now you good. But hey, if anybody have any last minute questions, if not, you felt you got value from this call, better clarification, just give me a DCG in the box, make sure everything was good on your guys' end. And we're gonna rock and roll. So live trading tomorrow, rest of the week, rest of the year. Let's make money. I see the DCGs pouring in the box. I appreciate you guys. Yes, this is streamed live to YouTube. We'll post this up in the Facebook group as well. So you guys are the rock stars. If you do not have the Swing Master Pro AI, just let me know. We'll get you unlocked, and we're gonna make some money. But remember this: I'm sharing with you my process in order for all of us come together and make some money. You know what I'm saying? So unlimited opportunities. We'll run out of money before that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate that, Mario. We like sharing it. Bill, appreciate you as well. We all come together, and that's what these calls are for. So they had Tuesday night money call, but appreciate you guys. You guys all have a blessed one, and catch me on the next one. See you tomorrow in the mornings for live trading. Beast mode out.